You've splashed your cash on some fancy white sneakers and you want to do your best to keep them looking fresh. Of course, you could just not wear them, that's one way of keeping them looking fresh. But shoes are for wearing, and they're going to take a bit of a beating. In this video, I'm going to give you a number of different methods that you can use to keep your shoes looking white and make them last longer. So if that sounds good, let's get straight into the first tip. The first thing that you should do when you get a new pair of sneakers, especially if they're canvas, is use a shoe protector. I've got a shoe protector from a brand called Attire Care, but any shoe protector should do the job just fine. What it does is it adds a breathable barrier that repels water and stains, which is exactly what I want on my shoes. I apply the protector to the whole shoe when it's new, and then I leave it for a day or two before wearing it, giving the spray time to dry. I've stumbled into a fair bit of mess in my time, and this shoe protector has definitely done a good job at keeping them stain-free so far. You can also add this protector to clothes and other accessories that you might have, so there's just a little bonus tip for you as well. The next one is one that I really don't enjoy and I don't do often enough, but that is to stay on top of the cleaning. And I don't mean around the house, because I like to think I'm pretty good at that. The longer you leave dirt and stains on your shoes, the harder it's going to get it out further down the line, because the material starts to absorb the dirt and it becomes discoloured. If you can be bothered to clean them after each wear, then by all means go for it, but I know a lot of people don't have the time for that, and I certainly don't. I'd recommend cleaning them every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how often you wear the shoes, and obviously if you get a massive load of dirt on them, just get it off straight away. The more you stay on top of the cleaning, the easier it is and the faster you're going to get through that cleaning process, because no one likes doing it. What I like to do with my sneakers is, for the leather sneakers, I like to use Jason Mark solution, a scrubbing brush and some warm water. I add the solution to the brush and a bit to the water and then get scrubbing. This normally lifts most of the dirt out, and then I use kitchen towel to dry them off. Then for the laces, I use a bowl of warm water and add a small amount of bleach to the water. I add the laces and leave them to soak. After they've soaked for about 10 minutes, I put on a pair of gloves and give them a scrub in the solution. I then rinse them off thoroughly to make sure all the bleach is out, and then hang them to dry overnight. This pair of Common Project sneakers you can see in this video are over 2 years old, and they've been worn a lot. I've used this method to clean them and all the other methods in this video to keep them looking like this. With canvas it can be a little more tricky, but you can put some pairs in the washing machine. But what I'd recommend you do first is Google your shoe model online and type in if they are suitable for the washing machine or not. You can get bag protectors for your shoes, or you can just use a pillowcase for your shoes, put them inside and then just bung them in the washing machine, and they can come out looking as good as new. If you want to go the extra mile with your leather shoes, then you can use a leather shoe cream. This keeps the leather nice and moist, we love that word on this channel, and it keeps it from drying out and cracking. The next tip is to stop wearing one pair of sneakers all the time and spread the wear across multiple sneakers. This is a thing that I struggle with, because I always get obsessed with one pair of sneakers in my rotation, and I just want to wear that pair of sneakers all the time. But by doing so, you end up wearing them out faster, and then you have to replace them sooner. So by spreading out the wear across multiple pairs of shoes, you're not going to wear one pair out quickly, so you won't need to go to the shops to replace them anytime soon. Another tip and another thing that I do is I have a few affordable pairs of shoes that I wear for everyday use, and then save my more expensive shoes and flashier models for special events and smarter occasions. This way you'll be wearing out the more affordable options that are easier to replace, instead of having to wear out the ones that do the damage to your bank account. Next up is to keep your sneakers in a sneaker bag or the box that they came in if you don't have any, especially the sneakers that are made of canvas. I've actually had a pair of canvas sneakers get really dirty before that I'd never even worn, because they were just sat on the shelf collecting dust. You could give them a hoover and a bit of a brush, but why not save yourself the hassle and just keep them in a sneaker bag or keep them in the box that they came in. This also encourages you to put your shoes away to keep the house neat and tidy, and I'm sure whoever you live with will appreciate this tip too. Your housemate can always thank me by turning that like button into a beautiful shade of blue. Another thing that happens over the years is your soles turn yellow. This is down to sweat, dirt, and something called oxidation, which makes your shoes yellow when exposed to moisture in the air. This does take a long time to happen, but by keeping your sneakers dry and storing them in a dry place, this will help slow the yellowing down. You can also store them in a Ziploc bag, which will help slow down the process even more. The next method's all about putting things inside your shoes. Cheeky. The first of which are shoe trees. Shoe trees preserve the shape of the shoe and stop it from developing creases. Now I've got a cheap pair of shoe trees here that do the job, but you can get some better ones that are made out of cedar wood. The great thing about cedar wood is it helps control odour and absorbs moisture, so if you've got sweaty feet, then these are the ones for you. Another thing to stop creasing that you put inside your shoe is a sneaker shield. Now, I don't actually use these myself, but I've heard good things about them. What you do is you insert the sneaker shield into the front of your shoe and it stops the toe box from creasing. So if you're fussy about having a creased toe box, then maybe look into getting a pair of these. You can get them for a reasonable price online, or you can make your own. And I'll link a video down in the description which shows you how to make your own. This one is really obvious, but don't wear your white sneakers out in the rain. Wear a pair of beaters instead. At the end of the day, shoes are going to get dirty, they're going to get scuffed, and they're going to get destroyed. So don't worry about it too much, but just use some of the methods that I've gone through in this video to make your shoes stay white for longer and make them last longer as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you want and hit subscribe if you like as well, and I'll see you next week. See ya!